let's start with just taking 3 conscious breaths to really bring us into this present moment in space, to really set an intention for tonight. So if you're standing, just stand up straight. If you're sitting, sit up straight. And when I say conscious breaths, our breath is our prana, our life energy. And most of the time, we aren't conscious of it. It just happens so naturally. So when we take conscious breaths, we really follow our breath and bring awareness to it. So when you inhale, you fully expand your stomach, your lungs, and really take in as much life force energy. And when you exhale, you let all of that out and give back to the universe. So let's do 3 conscious breaths together. So inhale, exhale. 2 more times. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And with your eyes closed, just set an intention, whether it's to meet a new friend or to talk to the speakers, or really just an intention to be fully present in this space and time, to absorb all the energy that's here, all the energy that we're sharing and co-creating, and just sit with that intention that you'll hold for the rest of this event. You can open your eyes whenever you're ready. And before we go into the panel, I wanted to introduce myself. I know that there's a lot of new faces here. There's people here that know me as well. And my name is Marian Bacol-Uba. I am the founder of Thriver Lifestyle and a speaker and transformation coach. And Thriver Lifestyle, when I get asked this, people are like, what is Thriver Lifestyle? And it actually came through my own personal journey of transformation from survivor to thriver. And for most of my life, I took pride in being a survivor, right? I pretty much just survived through life. I survived through work to get to the weekend. I survived toxic relationships. I survived sexual abuse. I survived drug abuse. You know, I always thought that was the thing, to survive. And when you think about survivor, though, you think of like the reality show, right? Survivor, you're on an island, it's competitive. You get voted off. It's about scarcity. You're in a loincloth and eating bugs, like Survivor. Or you think it's a zombie apocalypse and you have to run or else they eat your brains out. You know, you're surviving. So when you really think about it, surviving is just existing, or you've outlived someone. And I realized that I wanted to do more than just survive in this life. Because for most of my life, I lived a double life. I was just surviving. On the outside, I looked like I had everything together. I had a great career. I checked off all the boxes. Whatever needed to be checked off, I did. Went to a great college, made a lot of money, you know, had the title. But inside, I was actually, more than just surviving, I was actually dying. Because whenever I had a chance, I would binge and party because I needed to numb myself. I needed to forget everything and really move away from reality, because the reality was I was severely anxious. I had PTSD from childhood sexual abuse for 7 years from my own father that I just didn't talk about, because you put a mask on and you're like, well, you move on with your day. And I come from a family background where you don't shame the family. So you keep that quiet, you keep it hidden, and you go through life. And for me, I justified it because I'm like, I make money, I have a career, I'm great. I'm not on the streets, like, what's wrong? You know, but I knew something was missing. And in 2014, my double life really came crashing down. And in 2014, I overdosed. And I literally died. I zoomed up and I was hovering over my body. I had an out-of-body near-death experience. And I saw my friends panicking. I saw me convulsing. I saw them call 911 and put me in a body bag. I went to my own funeral. This all happened. And I went up to Source, Heaven, God, whatever you call it, and felt the most amazing feeling of indescribable happiness and oneness and bliss. But I was given a choice to stay there or to come back. And I didn't know why, I didn't know what I was going to do, but I chose to come back. And I realized from that moment on, I had a choice. Even in my dying days, I had a choice. And so shortly after that, I bought a one-way ticket and I moved from LA to Miami. And I couldn't do cold weather, so that's why LA, Miami, that's why the move. And it was really here that I chose myself. For the first time in my life, I chose myself. And I chose, instead of to be a survivor, I was going to be a thriver. But it wasn't an overnight big choice. It was little choices that I made. And I chose, instead of to down a bottle of booze, I started to meditate. I started consuming all the books and podcasts about spirituality, wellness, mindset. I went to shamans and energy healers, and really for the first time, instead of looking for outside things to fill a void, I went inward. And then I started changing for the better. My mindset started changing. Things in my life started to unfold, really thriving, which is collaboration, which is openness. And that's why I started my business, because I was like, how come people aren't talking about this so openly? It's so taboo to talk about these things, but they're so prevalent. You know, mental health is so prevalent in our society. You know, abuse is prevalent in our society. All of this, yet no one really openly talks about it. But when we do, we create space for other people to talk about it. And then they're given permission to thrive. So that's why I created Thriver Lifestyle. It's really for this platform so that I can share with these amazing women, share with you and connect. And there's 4 pillars of Thriver Lifestyle. It's consciousness, which is knowing that we all have a ripple effect in everything we do. Might as well have a conscious ripple effect. Because when you do something positive, when you help someone, when you change someone's life, you don't just change their life. You change the people around them. You change their ancestral wounds. You help change for future generations. It's not just one person. So when we do something, be conscious about it. The second is community. This is what we're building here. This is community, to know that we are not alone. You are not alone. Whatever you are going through, you are not alone. There are people who want to help you. There are resources out there. And know that whatever you think that's going on in your head, you're not alone. So just open up your hand, your heart, and reach out to people. 3 is collaboration. This event wouldn't be possible without the collaboration of these amazing women who are here, with Julie, with everyone, with you, all of you who bought a ticket, who took time to be here. And lastly, it's celebration, because life is meant to be lived, like Thriver Lifestyle, like be happy, right? Yeah. So that's how Thriver Lifestyle came about, and I'm so grateful for all of you to be here, and I can't wait to celebrate with these women. So I'm going to introduce them, and then we're just going to get started with the panel. You guys ready?